Welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 250,000 subscribers. So hit subscribe, watch, and share with your friends because there's so much to talk about, and there'll be even more to talk about in the days to come. Before even taking office, Trump is pissing off more foreign leaders. I mean, at the expense of who? Our allies? Our adversaries? Can anybody figure out what's going on here? The answer is no. Because over the weekend, Trump gave a speech over a Turning Point Action Conference, which was held in Arizona. And for whatever the reason is, I can't figure it out. Whatever the reason is, he chose to attack Panama. I mean, Panama of all places. I want to show you first a clip of Trump attacking Panama. Play it.
Falling into the wrong hands. It was not given for the benefit of others by a token of cooperation, but it was given to Panama and to the people of Panama, but it has provisions. You got to treat us fairly, and they haven't treated us fairly. If the principles, both moral and legal, of this magnanimous gesture of giving are not followed, then we will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to the United States of America in full, quickly, and without question. I'm not going to stand for it.
I'm not sure. It was given pursuant to a treaty, and it's been operated by Panama, I believe, since like 1999. I mean, for God's sakes, what are we going to now go invade Panama? I want to show you, for example, what the president of Panama, José Raúl Mulino, responded. Here's what he says. Without mentioning Trump by name, Mulino addressed Trump's complaints over rising fees for ships crossing the canal, saying that they are set by experts who take into account operational costs and supply and demand factors. The tariffs are not set on a whim, Mulino said. He noted that Panama has expanded the canal over the years to increase ship traffic on its own initiative and added that shipping fee increases help pay for the improvements. Panamanians may have different views on many issues, Mulino said, but when it comes to our canal and our sovereignty, we will all unite under our Panamanian flag. Now, again, I'm not really sure why, up until, of course, Trump then taking to Truth Social in order to respond to this. And here's what he writes. We'll see about that. And that's in regard to President of Panama responding to Trump's threats. Every square meter of the Panama Canal belongs to Panama and will continue belonging to Panama. Again, to which Trump on Truth Social says, we'll see about that. All right. And then there was another post as well, which, of course, I just find incredibly offensive. Welcome to the United States Canal. What's he signaling here? This I'm not 100% certain. Well, in fact, I am certain. He intends to take back the canal. Now, I'm just wondering how he intends to do this. I'm just not sure that you're going to, send in the USS Washington or one of the other, fighters or what? And then just declare it the United States of America as he did in that Truth Social photo, flying the American flag there right over the Panama Canal. I mean, this is really something. Suffice it to say, the drama here, the dramatics, got even more intense when journalists, you see her all the time on television, Ana Navarro Cardenas, posted this on Twitter. And here's what she writes. Now we know what the sudden threats against Panama and ownership of the Panama Canal are all about. Trump companies accused of tax evasion in Panama. And this is according to ProPublica. It goes on. In the latest chapter in ongoing litigation, the private equity fund that bought what used to be called the Trump Ocean Club claims the Trump entities pocketed money that should have gone to the Panamanian government. Further, it turns on to say that the owners of a 70-story Panama City hotel tower, formerly managed by President Donald Trump's companies, are accusing them of stiffing the Panamanian government. In a legal filing Monday in an ongoing lawsuit in Manhattan federal court, private equity manager Orestes Fintiklis and the company he leads, called Ithaca Capital Partners, claimed that two Trump companies failed to pay Panamanian taxes equal to 12.5% of the management fees they drew from the hotel. The final part of the article turns on and it says, the Trump entities were allegedly supposed to withhold those fees in advance and pay them to the government regardless of whether the property was profitable or not. Instead, the Trump company simply kept the money, according to the lawsuit, thus intentionally evading taxes. That and other financial irregularities exposed Fintiklis and the companies he represents to millions of dollars in liability, again, according to the lawsuit, which also claims Trump companies sought to cover up their actions. The filing does not say whether a tax penalty has been levied by Panamanian authorities. And finally, I want to show you a clip of Representative Carlos Jimenez saying that he always takes Trump's threats seriously. Of course, as it's referring to this now ongoing battle with the Panamanian government. Play the clip.
We take it back, do you know?
I don't know. I haven't read the fine print, but apparently he has.
Yeah.
And there has to be provisions there that say that they have to treat the United States a certain way. If they've been violating that, then I don't know. Maybe there is. You know, I always take them seriously, even though they may sound a little bit, out there. I always take the president seriously, and it's a legitimate threat to Panama. He wants a better deal. And I think we need to get a better deal from Panama. And also we need to get rid of Chinese influence on the Panama Canal.
Yeah. Very good. All right, let's move on.
Representative Jimenez is not wrong. How many times have you heard me on this show, as well as my Mea Culpa podcast, or even when I'm doing my political beatdown show with Ben Meiselas? How many times have you heard me say, only somebody who is blind, deaf, or dumb will turn around and ignore when Trump makes threats like this? There will be some form of an action against the Panamanian government, probably on day 2. He's not even going to wait long. For all we know, one of the several hundred executive orders that he intends to sign on January 20th deals with this exact issue. How do we, as the American people, not know that China is creating some sort of an influence over the Panama Canal? How do we know that we're not being ripped off by the Panamanian government on the Panama Canal? The answer is we don't. We don't. All we know is that Panama, sovereign nation, by treaty, via 1999 or so, was given the Panama Canal to operate. What is it in this agreement that Donald Trump sees as negative towards America or in violation of this agreement that would give us the right as America to go in there and to retake the canal? I'm not sure. But instead of posting a photo, see, this again goes right back to the whole transition team. It goes again to the people who are surrounding him. Everything doesn't have to be vitriolic. Every rhetoric that comes out of that group doesn't have to be an attack on someone. Why not turn around and instead of posting a photo of an American flag in the middle of the canal with very few words, again, bumper sticker style, right? Instead, why don't you turn around and write up something that says why we're looking to take back the canal, where the Panamanian government is in violation, assuming that they are, so that we, the uneducated ones have an idea of what's actually really going on there. Because as Representative Jimenez said, you got to take Donald Trump at his word. So far, everything that he has said during that campaign, from his political enemies list all the way down, he intends to do. He intends to act upon those. That's going to be what the next 4 years are going to be all about. Fulfilling all of these promises of retribution, of revenge. And if Panama is part of that group, well, Panama's got a real problem on their hands. That I can assure you for certain. Why not just tell us what it is? Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. Again, unless we're given the information, which we should be, we'll never know. And as always, thanks for listening and happy holiday. Hey everyone, first of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.